Hello and welcome to another edition of Discover Mercer County Business. I'm your host, Rod Wilt. I'm the Executive Director of Penn-Northwest Development Corporation, and we are Mercer County, Pennsylvania's certified economic development organization. Our motto is, make it in Mercer County. And our role is to create low-cost financing solutions for recruiting, retaining, and growing jobs and business opportunities in every corner of our county. The sole purpose of this program is to showcase people and organizations that are making things happen here. We interview them to find out why they have chosen Mercer County, Pennsylvania as a great place to live, learn, work, and play. We are producing this show in conjunction with Teal College students, faculty, and staff, and we are coming to you from the state-of-the-art TV and radio studios in the James Pettis Communications Center on Teal's campus in Greenville. If you would like to connect with our improvement movement team to see how you can make it in Mercer County, please visit our website at penn-northwest.com or call us at 724-662-3705. You can also find us on YouTube by searching Penn Northwest Development Corp. Or connect with us on LinkedIn and other social media platforms. We hope you enjoy this edition of Discover Mercer County Business, and today we welcome to our program Mr. Tim Sievers from Fast Casual Concepts. Tim, thanks for joining us. I only had an opportunity to meet you just a couple of days ago through our COVID hospitality industry relief program that we've been administering, but you've had a long history of business in Mercer County. So tell me how it all started and where are we today?
Sure. Well, first of all, it's great to be here. I appreciate the opportunity. Yeah, actually, I've been a Mercer County resident my entire life. I was born in Grove City, and I've traveled a lot, but we always come home, at the end of the day. And so I've always been an entrepreneur. I don't know if I'm a poor worker or what, but I've only had like one job in my life. And other than that, I've always made it on my own, so to speak.
But you said it started all in farming, which is Mercer County's largest business.
Yeah, back when I was a kid, we farmed. We did a lot of cash grain. We did produce and that type of thing. And I evolved out. I picked up that one job I told you about. I was an electrician for about a year, and I knew that wasn't for me personally. So I came back, and a friend of mine had started the concession business, and he said to me, "Hey, would you help me go over to Rogers, Ohio, and to the flea market and sell candy apples?" And I said, "Yeah."
Oh, that was the first. That was the first trailer. The candy, or that was his trailer.
That was his. It wasn't even a trailer. It was a tent. It was
a tent. Okay.
10 by 10 tent with a blue tarp over the top, and we sold candy apples for 50 cents a piece. And I remember still, that's been 40 years, but our first night we did $245 at 50.
And what year was this?
That was 41 years ago, so it had been around
1980. 1980, yeah.
1980 is when we started in that business. So, it didn't take me long. I had that mindset, and we started expanding. I was fortunate enough to meet a gentleman in Pittsburgh who kind of ran a lot of the food down there, and he brought me in to that organization. And he had contacts with the Pittsburgh Steelers and all the Rooneys, et cetera, et cetera. And over time, he retired out, and I bought his business, so to speak, and so I became very prominent in Pittsburgh, and then I picked up the outlet mall here in Grove City. And
what were you doing there? Were you doing all the outside lemonade stands?
I still do. I've been there over 20 years
since they opened.
Wow. Yeah, we were there actually on a Memorial Day, and I just noticed all the people shopping, and I thought, with this many people shopping, there's got to be a way to make a living. So we put in a lemonade and smoothie cart, and it went well. And over time, we put in a French fry lemonade cart and 4 additional lemonades, and we've been there for 20 years.
That's awesome.
25 years, So we have a base in the food business, we've been in food all our life.
When you talk about, and you kind of brushed right through it all, but when you look at your business, is it tents? Is it trailers? Do we find you at fairs, or do we find you at other big events? Where do we find that Sievers concession?
It's actually at both. The fairs and so forth, we primarily use trailers. The larger festivals, and I did air shows all up and down the East Coast, from Florida to New York. And we were the primary concessionaire. We do all food, all beverage, and all alcohol. And we are the only food there. And we've served hundreds of thousands of people. I did the Super Bowl for in Miami in 2002. I did the Super Bowl. So those events, those high-powered events, you need tents, because you can go in and you can put up 50 or 100 feet of food and put cashiers every so often, and you use a commissary out the back, and it's a lot easier to handle the volume of business. At a fair, local fair, you do all right, but it's not like huge volumes.
So if I'm at a large event like that and I see
Yes.
that tent, and you say you have the commissary out back, is that your equipment, or do you
Yes.
lease? That's all your
Everything
equipment?
is ours.
You mobilize it.
We mobilize it all. We have tents, we have trucks, we have equipment. We have 50 to 100 employees working there. Easy.
And you're transporting them from your employee base. Is it Mercer County and
Our
Butler,
employee
Lawrence?
base is Mercer County. When we travel to outside the state, to, like, let's say we do an air show in Melbourne, Florida, we use a lot of volunteer organizations.
You'll partner with them,
We
and your
partner
tent
with
then
them.
becomes a fundraiser for them,
Correct.
and
Correct.
you cover your costs, make a little profit, and
Correct.
give some back to the community.
Exactly. That's exactly what we do.
That is fantastic.
Yeah.
So can't talk about that business and these events without turning the clock back over the last 12, 15 months. What has your life been like since March of 2020, when COVID hits, you have a full slate of events, and what happened?
We were doing approximately 53 events per year.
So one a week. That's
At least, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and because we work year round. We're in Florida, and we work year round. And it just totally shut us down in March. And I'm an eternal optimist, and I don't want to say I didn't take it serious, but I was always optimist and thought, it'll come back next week, next month. Next week turned into next month turned into next year.
Meanwhile, you're getting those calls, emails. Hey, Tim, we're canceled.
Everything
We're
is canceled.
We're canceled.
Canceled right down the line, and it was actually devastating, because for more than one reason. A lot of employees, they had to find other work, and we were just literally shut down. It was very significant trauma to the industry.
So when in business, you always plan for that black swan event, but you couldn't plan for something like that.
You could not plan for it. I've been in business 40 some years, and I've never seen anything like that. Never.
Well, our organization at Penn-Northwest, we got a little peek behind the curtain, because you came to us recently for our county-based funding that came to us through the state and the county through our CHIRP program. But you also availed yourself of some of those other programs. And how are they able to help you keep your doors open over the last year?
Well, to be honest with you, if it wasn't for some of the federal grants and state and local grants, I don't think you could have kept your doors open.
They've had that big of an impact on you.
100%. 100%. Yeah, because it allowed, they were to be used for payroll, for rent, and those expenses go on, no matter what. Now, everybody was gracious, of course, but gracious or not, everybody has to be paid at the end of the day. Everybody. And employees, you can't count on them to not make a living. They have
of course.
They have a family,
But your tents, all that stuff needs to be stored, and a lot of it's stored off site. And
a lot of it was in Florida. We paid a warehouse 18 months in Florida, paid the rent on it, and never went there.
No revenue.
Nothing.
Wow. Couldn't even travel.
No. No.
Wow. And how do you stock a big event like that? How do you stock something like that? Are you buying food from the brokers, and you have those relationships?
We have strategic partnerships with different food purveyors like Cisco or Reinhardt or PFG, and we have a pretty good track record with them. And obviously, we have a return program with them. Hey, we're going to this event. We anticipate selling this, and we can return what we don't use. They provide their trucks for us on site, so provides the refrigeration.
I was going to say, you keep things frozen or whatever you need to.
Yeah, they work with us very well.
I'm fascinated by this business. I grew up, my dad was in politics. We were going to county fairs and doing that whole circuit, and you see these trailers show up and they're selling whatever, and you're but you have no idea, as a kid, and
what goes
unless
on behind the curtain.
exactly, and
Exactly
that's
right.
why I just find this absolutely fascinating.
Yes.
So on the concession side, I want to talk about all the other stuff you're involved in too, but on the concession side, are you known for one thing? You said
Yes.
you started with the candy apples with your friend.
We are known primarily, if you ask anybody in the area, uh, we're known for Seaver's Lemonade. Uh, we branded, I was in, where was I at? Atlantic City back in the early 80s at staying at Donald Trump's hotel. And I noticed that he had everything branded. And I picked up on that branding. And I came back and I decided we're going to brand everything. I had no clue what I was doing, you know. So
You
we
just knew it was a good. You saw it
yeah,
working somewhere else. You saw it was a good thing.
exactly. So we designed our cup and we branded it, and we've had the same cup now for 30 years.
So if
And
I get a lemonade from your tray, I'm getting a Sears
yeah,
lemonade cup.
everything is branded. Our cups, our paper products, all branded.
Oh, very cool.
And you go to Lake Erie. I've been to Lake Erie, and I've seen people actually on the beach playing with our, because it's all plastic, playing with our French fry buckets and this and that. It's amazing. It's like a collector's item, so to speak. People have came to me at the end of events and said, "Hey, can I get this or that? We have them in our collection." I thought, who has a collection? But but they do.
They do.
They do. It's
So
really
you're the lemonade king.
I am the king of lemonade. Yeah, exactly. At least in this area. How's
Yeah,
that sound?
that's awesome. And what I mean, is there a special flavor, a special ingredient? You don't have to give away your
Oh
secret,
man,
but
I can't. If I
no, I
told
know.
you that, it'd just be over.
That's right. But there is a special
Yeah,
mix of water, sugar, lemon flavor,
yeah,
whatever.
exactly.
And you've experimented, done it all.
Exactly. Kind of halfway perfected it. We feel, Yeah, it's very sweet. We put a lot of sugar and so forth in it, But
Are you using the lemon press
yeah, we press every lemon, individually.
and then the shake
Yep, yep.
and the serve?
That's it.
I've been there.
Yeah,
I never
that's
knew.
it.
Who knew?
That's it.
Oh man, that is awesome. Oh, so you are the lemonade king. I love that. I love that. What are the other things though? You mentioned French fries.
We do French fries. We do full line. We do steak, sausage, funnel cakes. My son, my oldest son, does mac and cheese.
Oh, that's the guy I want to meet.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm the
He's a guru when it comes to. He's what they call in the business the foodie.
okay.
I have two sons in the business. One's like great operationally, and one is like a foodie.
Great
And
on the product side.
yeah, I mean he's amazing with the work he does. And he actually has moved into our other company, Fast Casual. And
Yeah, I want to talk about
yeah.
that. That's a great segue.
Yeah, Jared is head of operations for that company, and he's developed the entire menu. And it's hard in the world we live to get a 5-star review, but on Google, he's 5-star.
On all three. So there's three concepts in
concepts.
Fast Casual. There's Holy Cow, which is a burger joint type.
Burgers and milkshakes,
Burgers and shakes.
handcrafted. We make the burgers ourselves. And then we have Independent Taco, which is like a Mexican grill. And then we have Third Eye Pie, which is the pizza shop.
And that's the one I've had. There's a
It's-
Third Eye Pie and a Independent Taco in Grove City.
Yeah, there is. Yeah,
By the Blackout Burger in that
Exactly.
plaza there. Okay.
and Third Eye Pie is, it's not the average pizza shop. We try to make everything about freedom, so to speak, and the freedom to build your own pie, the freedom to put whatever you want in it. Choices, I guess
Yeah.
you'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all about your choice. And we decided we were about 3 years ago, and we traveled. I've traveled this country. I've been in 15 countries in 49 states, so I know a lot about travel. And Mercer County is a beautiful place to live, but sometimes because of the fact that there's not a lot of as many rooftops as we need, a lot of the major chains and all stay out of it because there's not enough to support them. We decided to make our business model one on Fast Casual that we're going to target the B market areas, the markets with maybe not the high population, the ones where you can be a big fish in a small pond. And so we brought the quality of food that you're going to get in any major city, Wesley Chapel, Florida, Tampa, Florida, any city. We brought that quality to Mercer County, and we set up our 3 company stores, and then we went to a franchise model. And now we're officially franchising. And everybody has goals. Without goals, what's the point?
Yeah, there's no business, right?
Exactly. But we'd like to have 200 stores franchised in the next 3 years. I mean, that is our goal. And fortunately, we've been blessed in, with everything along the way. And we're trading this company, Fast Casual. We took it to the public, to the stock market. It's an OTC stock. Hopefully, we'll be trading live in the next 30 days. That's pretty impressive.
So
for a
you'll
guy
be
who
on the
sold
over-the-counter
lemonade.
pink sheet,
You got it.
over-the-counter market. That's unbelievable.
For now, and then we'll move right up through NASDAQ and right up that's the plan. That's the goal.
And to first of all, who knew in Mercer County that we would be home to a publicly traded food company? I think that's a story in and of itself.
That's correct.
Despite the king of lemonade and all the concessions and all that stuff. But I think that's worth spending a little time on. So talk about how that process goes. How do you take a concept that's going to be targeting not your A markets with huge demographics, but your B markets with either travel, like Mercer County's a pass-through county, so you're getting a lot of traffic through the county. How do you pull them off the interstates, get them into the plazas where you are, your locations? So how do you tell that story? Who do you tell it to? And how do you get to the finish line of taking a company like that public?
Well, first of all, I don't know how to get to the finish line because we're not there. But it's
you can see the line in sight.
It's the journey that's exciting.
Yeah.
And like I said, we wanted to bring the quality of food to the local people, and obviously we want everyone as our customers. But our Grove City store is a base. I mean, we bring a lot of local people there. We see people come to the store literally 2 times a week, which in the restaurant industry is unheard of.
That's huge. Yeah.
That's huge in the restaurant industry.
But
we keep the food quality, like I would put the food quality against anybody's. I mean, it's amazing. We all have our different niches. My son is great into food. If I had a skill, which I'm not sure I do, but if I did, it would be maybe in numbers, so to speak, analytics.
Yeah.
And I knew that we needed to get to the market in order to do what we needed to do.
And then how do you attract that investor component? How do you go find that market maker that's going to say, hey, sure, Tim, I'll partner with you and we'll get you to market?
Well, we are pretty much self-funded.
Okay.
The entire way up.
Which is unusual.
Extremely. One of the things that makes businesses fail is debt, convertible bonds, and we stayed away from both. And then we did a unique thing. Our entire life is based on family and relationships, everything. So we brought in 47 of our friends and family and let them come in as founders pre-IPO. And they put up a little bit of money in the beginning and sold them shares of stock. And hopefully, they're going to be well rewarded in the end. So when and if this succeeds, which I have zero doubts, you're going to take care of the people who brought you there. That's the goal. So we didn't go to Wall Street. We could have did that. We could have went to Wall Street. We could have brought in the hedge funds and so forth. And they would have taken 25% of your company and it'd have just been another number. But we kept it local. We kept it very family-based, conservative. And I think it took us a little longer than it should have, possibly. But I think in the long run, it's the wise move. And it goes more with our values, reward the ones who help you along the way.
That's a fascinating story. We're going to leave it right there for just a minute. We're going to take a break with Tim Seaver, and we're going to have you watch a little bit of a commercial here about Penn-Northwest Development Corporation. We'll be right back.
Looking to expand and grow? Then Mercer County, Pennsylvania is the right place for you. Whether your company is involved in manufacturing, technology, logistics, health, or business services, shale gas exploration, or retail, we can help. Mercer County, Pennsylvania offers low-cost land, valuable infrastructure, a quality labor force, and the right financial tools to make your corporate expansion an affordable reality. Mercer County is only a day's drive to major markets including Pittsburgh, Cleveland, Buffalo, New York City, Chicago, and even southern Canada. Companies like GE Transportation, Joy Cone Company choose to make it in Mercer County, and Penn-Northwest wants to show you how your company can also make it in Mercer County too. Our team of experts will help you expand and save dollars. How does Penn-Northwest do it? How does Penn-Northwest save companies so much money? With a combination of low-interest loans, grants and credits, tax abatements, and even tax-free property. Here's the best part. Penn-Northwest will do most of the work for you. Just click on the button below and get the process started. Or you can first get an idea of how your organization can make it in Mercer County by using the savings estimator located at makeitinmercercounty.com. You'll see that expanding your business in Mercer County, Pennsylvania is the move that makes the most dollars and cents. Call Penn-Northwest Development Corporation at 724-662-3705 for more information.
And welcome back to this edition of Discover Mercer County Business. We're having a fascinating discussion with Tim Sievers from Great American Ventures, the big concession company, also fast casual concepts. And during the break, Tim, we were talking about why you have so many repeat customers. You're seeing them a couple times a week. What's the feedback you're getting? You talk about the 5-star rating on Google, but what are you hearing about your stores?
Well, I think it's twofolds. Number one, they like the food. The quality of food is amazing, as I've said. I can't say it enough. And they like that. On top of that, my daughter-in-law is in charge of all of our marketing. She has her own company, Bombshell Designs. And she's our marketing director for everything. And she has made these stores so that they are so inviting, so to speak. They're young, they're hip, they're trendy. And it's almost like a following. When you go into the store, it's family and people just feel welcome there.
And you said people enjoy watching their food being made. So
people love to see their food being made. They know where it's coming from. They can see that it's first quality, fresh. It's not organic, but it is fresh,
And that's an idea that actually is a carryover. We've been kidding and laughing about a little bit the lemonade, but you said it's not just the lemonade, but the experience that sells that.
Everything is the experience. They can walk into the store, and we have a vegan option as well, but they can walk into the store and they can pick their crust, pick their sauce, pick their products. They can get extra. Can I get extra cheese, or could I get zero cheese? It's all about you. It's all about your choice. It's America.
But as a kid, I'm having flashbacks in my mind about seeing that lemon press and that lemon going into that cup and the shake. And you're right, it's the experience. I mean,
it's all about the experience.
But it's a tribute to you too, Tim, that you're going to allow the next generation to put their thumbprint on the business as well. You said it's young, it's hip, and trendy. Those are three things you and I probably wouldn't be considered.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Only in my mind.
Yeah,
Only
exactly.
In my mind.
Oh, I'm still 29 and just getting started, man, even though I got 57 coming up on Friday. But
right.
Yeah. But what gives you that confidence that this next generation is ready to lead? Because that's one of the things I love getting into in this segment of the program is, how do you keep it going? What's the next generation look like, and how do you guide them but also stay out of their way?
Well, that's a difficult task to achieve, but I think it starts when your children are born, so to speak. My kids have been raised in this business. They've all been raised in it, and they learned tremendous work ethics, which is great, and they've well educated, and they know what they're doing, and I have zero doubts that they can carry this on. Zero.
So as they have come along, they have your confidence,
yes,
and you have their confidence.
Exactly right.
And that's a good partnership.
Exactly.
So that transition will be relatively
simple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
And I'm not going anywhere. I'll be here forever.
Why not, man? Why not? You're having so much fun. That's the one thing that struck me earlier in the week when we met the first time is just how much fun you're having with all this, despite the fact you've been through kind of hell and back in the last year or so.
It's just life, It's all about the journey. That's all.
Yeah,
that's all going to work out.
Yeah. So see, that's one of the things I love about doing this program is I want CEOs to be talking to other CEOs just about what it takes. You know, and there's always that little nugget that you take away from these programs that you can say, you know what, I heard Tim say this, or wow, he went through it, so I can get through it. So
the key to success is very simple. It's persistence and to never give up. You know, it's just not an option. And if you have those things, you know, you're gonna get there. It might take some time, but that's all right.
Well, I just appreciate, as a former legislator now in charge of this organization for a period of time at Penn-Northwest to keep the economic development industry in Mercer County vibrant and viable, and do programs like this to market who we are and what we do to whoever watches the program. And we have, a couple thousand people that we connect with on Constant Contact, and they are nationwide and actually in some other countries. And who knows once it starts rolling. But
Right.
For you, Mercer County's been a huge part of your life, and you were born and raised here and chose to start all of your companies and build them here. But what would you say to someone from the outside about what some of the virtues of what we have to offer here would be?
Well, I think Mercer County has a lot to offer, as a lot of rural type areas, and I use the word rural loosely. I mean, it's we're not a totally rural area, but the one thing that I like several things about Mercer County, but the one thing that I like is space. You know, it's like you have a lot of outdoors events, and like you have state parks, you have Moraine and Butler, you have McConnell's Mills, you have Lake Wilhelm, Goddard State Park. You have so you have the freedom to get out and enjoy life a little bit in nature, I guess you would say. I like the values of your neighbors, so to speak, because
Interesting.
this is still a family valued conservative area, and people a lot in this area have good work ethics, and they love their family, they love America, and it's a great place to raise your family.
I can see your values just in the name of one of your company's Great American Ventures.
Yes.
I think that's
Yes.
that's interesting. You've had some employees that have been with you a long time, and
I have. And
have you seen that second generation come through? Some of those early employees, their kids now coming to work at Sievers, and one of the
a little bit, not as much. In our concession company, not so much our fast casual line.
right.
We've brought a lot of people in from Europe under the
Interesting.
J1 visa program or the H2B
Yeah.
visa program. And I've been bringing kids over for 15 years. And we're still friends on Facebook and Instagram, et cetera, et cetera. So we must have made some sort of an impression in their life, to do that. So that's a good thing. That's always, when you can leave an impression in somebody's life, that's a great thing.
Oh, that's awesome. And you personally, too, have a lot of land holdings in part of the county. You said you're using part of your land and monetizing it through the self-storage business as well.
I do. Yeah, we have a self-storage company, and the name of it is Liberty Self-Storage, once again.
Of course, we've seen the signs. If you've traveled down through Grove City area, you've seen the signs. Yeah.
And tremendous demand for that, for the self-storage. In Grove City, Mercer County actually is underdeveloped in self-storage. You get into Florida and all, and it's like everywhere. But Grove City, Mercer County, totally underdeveloped. Tremendous opportunity for self-storage right now in this area.
That's great. So you've taken advantage of that area as well for the
Yes.
passive income side of the equation. So
Yes.
you got all the bases covered.
We try.
Well, I have to say this, Tim. You are exactly the reason that we and our team at Penn-Northwest started these programs, and I think this might be the 12th episode or so that we've taped. But it's to tell stories like this. Born and raised in the county, educated here, tried the trades, wasn't for you, entrepreneurial spirit, away we go.
Entrepreneurialism isn't for everybody, but if you have it, you have it. It's the way it is.
Well, before we shut it down, let's talk about that real quick. I mean, what do you think the trait of an entrepreneur is? What do you think? Is it the ability to handle risk? Is it a thick skin? Is it, the willingness to bet on yourself? What do you think?
I think all of those things. I keep going back to, you have to have the personality to never accept defeat, because there is no such thing as defeat.
But where does that come from in you? I mean, is it a faith-based thing? Is it for me, I learned a lot of it through athletics and sport of wrestling where you...
Yeah, I would say mine's faith-based.
It is?
Yes,
Okay.
mine's faith-based, definitely.
Okay.
But, I've just always been the guy who doesn't take no for an answer, is the unpolitical way to say it.
No,
I just always look at a way to make things work, and you have to be an eternal optimist and realize that life will work out if you just get out there and work it. And you're only beat when you quit trying. It's that simple. It's the same in sports.
Yeah.
You're only defeated when you quit trying. That's it. Game's never over. You just run out of time.
What do you think the future looks like for you guys, for you and your family?
I think our future is amazing. Fast casual is going to move right up through the OTCs. It's going to NASDAQ, guaranteed. Well, there's nothing guaranteed in life.
I got you, but if it's up to you, it's guaranteed.
Exactly.
I can tell you that.
Exactly. We'll move up through NASDAQ, and we'll be trading live in a NASDAQ world. The concession company will continue on. My second son kind of heads that up. He's very strong in that. He has a strong desire to do it. He loves it. I've partnered with him on a lot of things now as I'm kind of stepping out and moving into this fast casual line because there is only one of me, and so he kind of heads that up. And but I think that we're going to be bigger and better than ever as time goes on. I really do. I believe that.
Well, in the short time I've known you, Tim, I'm excited about your future, and I'm excited about everything you're doing in Mercer County. What a treasure you are for us here in the county, and it's just been a joy of mine to get to know you a little bit. And thank you for doing the program with us.
Hey, no problem at all. I enjoyed it.
All right, that's great. Thank you very much to you for watching this edition of Discover Mercer County Business. I want to thank our guest again, Tim Sievers, for appearing on this Making It in Mercer County program. We're producing this show in the state-of-the-art TV and radio studios in the James Pettis Communication Center on Thiel College's campus here in Greenville. And we really want to thank the students, faculty, and staff who've helped bring this show to life. And if you have an idea or a suggestion for a future edition of Discover Mercer County Business, please connect with our Improvement Movement team on our website at penn-northwest.com or give us a call at 724-662-3705. And remember, you can also find out more about Penn-Northwest Development Corporation by searching for us on YouTube or connecting with us on LinkedIn and other social media platforms. We hope you enjoyed this edition of Discover Mercer County Business. We'll see you again next time.